Hello guys, this is Noel 3D. Today I'm going to show you how I created this scene inside Blender, and I'm going to show you the ways that I have used to achieve this result. And if you're interested in this project file, finished project file, you will find it on my Patreon. That's a great way to support me. And let's go to the tutorial. So guys, when you start the tutorial, this is the project file that you will find. As you can see, it's a really simple thing with some generic models, so we don't have to worry about modeling. To save time, I have included this file so that you can follow me along. So after you have downloaded and opened this project file, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to install some add-ons that are necessary for this scene. So I'll place the links in the description below for the add-ons that we are going to use. So we're going to use, first one is the SketchUp importer, which is going to help us to import SketchUp models directly to Blender. And the second one is, Easy HDRI, which is going to help us for the lighting. And the third one is Easy PBR, which is going to help us for the texturing. So let me download this SketchUp importer. Just click this one and download the zip file. And also for the Easy PBR, Easy HDRI, download this one. It's going to have only one zip file. And for the Easy PBR, it's going to have two files. So just download them. So I'm going to show you how you can install all of these add-ons. So for the first two, it's really simple. So what I have to do is just go to edit and the preferences and click this install and go to the download folder that you have downloaded, the zip files or the add-ons that I have shown you right now. So go to downloads in my case, and I'm going to select that zip file. And then after that, I'm going to click this install add-on. Since I have already done that, I'm not going to do it again. So for example, I can search SketchUp importer. As you can see, you will find something like this. In your case, it's not going to be activated, so make sure that you have activated it. And also again, click this install and then go to the download folder. In my case, it's downloads. Select the Easy HDRI zipped file. After you have done that, click this install add-on, and then when you do that, you will find Easy HDRI. Make sure that this one is activated. So to install this Easy PBR, what you can do is go to edit and then preferences and click install. Before we go anything right or we do anything right here, this add-on has two files. The first one is the library one, and the second one is the add-on. So download both of them. So extract the Easy library, extract it, and place it on the folder. In my case, I have placed it. Where is it? I have placed it right here, as you can see on the texture, and I have just give it a name texture EPBR, and as you can see, it's extracted right here. So just download this Easy PBR. As you can see, this EPBR library, and then extract it like this and place it like this. Just extract it like this, and you don't have to worry about it. Then after that, what you can do is for the second file, don't extract it, just download it, keep it as the zip file since this is the add-on. So what you can do is in the preferences, we have already clicked install. So go to downloads, and then as you can see, this is the Easy PBR. Select it and click install add-on. I have already done that. So you will find something like this, Easy PBR. In your case, it's not activated, so make sure that this is activated. So after you have activated that, the next thing that you are going to do is, in your case, this is going to be empty. So click this folder icon like this, and as you can see, just this is the file that I have shown you right here. Just go right here inside Blender. As you can see, just go right here. When you see this 4 files, just click accept. After you have done that, if you see this thumbs up, it's probably working. So after that, click right here and then save preferences. After that, it will be saved. So we have successfully installed the 4 add-ons that the 3 add-ons that we are going to use. So to see the SketchUp importer, what you can do is go to File and then Import SKPC SketchUp scenes. So the SketchUp importer is working. And for the Easy HDRI, press N in your keyboard. And as you can see, Easy HDRI, this is going to look like like this. For this to work, you need to install a bunch of, you need to download a bunch of add-ons from polyheaven.com. I'll place the link in the description below for the specific add-on that I'm going to use. So in my case, I'm going to click this folder, go to downloads. I have downloaded a bunch of HDRIs, and I'm going to hit accept. So after you have assigned the folder, it's going to display all of the HDRIs that you have downloaded and placed on this folder. So just make sure that you have downloaded a bunch of HDRIs and place it in the single folder and just assign that folder right here. So this is the easy HDRI. We're going to work with it later. And the third one is easy PBR. To see that, what you can do is click this one to shader editor like this. As you can see, it's going to look like this, ePBR. Now we have local. The local ones are the ones that you have downloaded. We have the online. So for example, you can select a lot of things, concrete and everything. Just you have a lot of textures. So we're going to use this mirror to texture our scene. So after we have done installing our add-ons, the next thing that we are going to do is let us import the necessary assets from 3D warehouse, which I'll place the link in the description below. So I have a bunch of trees that I'm going to use. As you can see, the ivy that I'm going to use. So just let me show you how you can import one of them. So just download one, or download all of them. After you have done that, go to like this, go to file and then import skpc like this, and then go to downloads and just select the one that you have downloaded. In my case, what I like to do is go to I will go to downloads. So for example, if I want to import this ivy, or let me import this one, so I'm just going to drag it and then drop it right here. Drag it and drop it like this. And then after that, let me deactivate scene as camera, and then let me select this import SQP, and let me wait until it has finished importing. As you can see, now it has finished importing. So to see it clearly, let me activate this EV material preview. So this is the tree. It feels like the tree is not that much useful, but we'll make it useful since it's imported from 3D warehouse. We have to adjust some things. So this is the leaf, this is the trunk. So I'm just going to hold on shift and select the trunk, I mean the leaf, and then select the trunk leader so that the trunk could be the active object, and then right click and then hit join. Now this is joined. So let me move it like this, press GX and move it like this. Let me show you what you can do to make this work. So let me go to cycles. Let me change this one to GPU to have some kind of lighting in order without using any HDRI. What you can do is just click right here and activate this scene wallet. It's going to use the HDRI from the EV HDRI. So after this, if I drag this one like this, if I go to this material properties, I have two materials. The first one is the trunk and the second one is the leaf. So let us adjust the leaf. So the leaf has to be the first thing is we have to delete the black part. So to fix that, what you can do is I think plug the alpha to the alpha right here, and that will solve the problem, as you can see. And the second one is the leaf has to be translucent, right? It has to pass through some kind of light. To do that, press Shift A and then add translucent like this, and then press add shader, press Shift A, then in the search add shader like this, and plug this one to the second, and plug the color to the color like this. Now this tree is transparent, I mean translucent. So after this, we can press Shift A and add RGB curves. This is a curve so that we can manipulate the color. So if you want to make it a little bit darker, you can make it like this. Make it more green, go to G, which is the green part, as you can see, like this. If you want to make it a little bit more, as you can see, you can manipulate it like this. So this is for the leaf. The next thing that I can do is I can also press Shift A and then add a color ramp like this, and plug this one on the roughness, so that I have some kind of roughness, and plug this one right here. Now my leaf is becoming really reflective. So to fix that, what I can do is just let me make the black part a little bit more white like this. And also I can have a bump texture. So to do that, press Shift A and then add a bump like this, and I'm going to plug the bump to the normal and plug this one right here in the height. When I do that, it's going to be really bumpy. So to fix that, I'm going to use a 0.002 or something. Yeah, I think this will be good. And the next thing that we have to do is we have to also adjust the trunk. So for the trunk, the only thing that's going to be different from this one, from the leaf, is it's not going to have any transparency or a translucency, I mean. So I'm going to copy the roughness map and the bump. So I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy it, and then press Ctrl V to paste it. And then let me plug this one right here, and this one on the roughness, and the color on the height, and the bump, I mean the normal and the normal. So I will have some kind of a bumpness. So let us activate this denoise so that I don't have to worry about the noise. So guys, you can control the bump like this. Just maybe let me make it 0.01. So guys, these are the things that you can do to adjust the green thing or any kind of plant that you have imported from 3D warehouse. So by using this method, just adjust all of the trees that I have assigned you, and also the ivy. Just download the ivy. Whenever you need transparency for the leaves, make it transparent, give it a bumpness, give it a roughness. And for the trees, do the same thing that I have done right here. So just download all of them and import them and then adjust them. That's what I'm going to do. So guys, as you can see, I have 4 trees that I have imported. These are the 4 trees that I'm going to use. And for this tree, for example, this is the leaf. I've also added some kind of randomness so that I will have a different tree whenever a different texture of the tree, so that it won't be similar. So if I duplicated this one, for example, if I press Alt DY, for example, like this, they have a little bit of difference in their for example, in their value actually, in their value. So for example, let me click right here, and if I make it darker, as you can see, the difference will be a lot more. So I can increase, I can decrease also I can decrease the factor. I can increase it like this. So whenever if I press Alt D again, as you can see, it will have a different value, whenever I increase the factor like this. I can also plug this one on the hue like this. I can have a slightly different hues among the trees. So to do that, what you can do is to do what I have shown you. The only thing that you can add, the only thing that you should add is yeah, let me delete this, let me select this one. As you can see, add an object info, press Shift A, then add object info like this, add a color ramp, add a RGB curve like this, add a hue and saturation node like this, and just plug them on the way that you can see it on the screen like this. So whenever the difference from one point to the other point in the color ramp is bigger, the change the change on the color is going to be bigger. So for this case, this is going to only affect the value, since this one is the randomness. As you can see, this random is plugged right here, and this one is plugged on the value. So this is going to only affect the value. So value means brightness and lightness of any color. So if I press Alt D again and then move it like this, so factor 1 means this is going to the change that we are going to see right here is going to be applied 100%. If I decrease it, as you can see, the change is not going to be that much. If I make it 0, this is not going to be applied. Only the color, only information up to this node is going to be applied, and this will be plugged right here. This will be plugged right here. It's going to act as if this is not existent. So as you can see, you can just play it like this, as I have shown you earlier. You can just do this one for the hue to have a different hues. So guys, this is what you can do to have some kind of slight variation among your trees. So this is the thing that I've added extra. I think everything is similar. And also for the IV, as you can see, this is the IV. This is the thing that I have used. Let me delete this one. Let me disable this show overlays. I have also make it a little bit darker, give it a little bit red and green, just a little bit more red, just a little bit green. So for example, if I press M to mute it, and press M to mute it. This is the original color, but by adjusting these things, you can make it slightly interesting than it was when it is imported. So after this, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to texture it. So to texture it, what we can do is, as I've shown you earlier, we're going to use easy HDRI, easy PBR. So for the flooring, as you can see, I have given some kind of texture. As you can see, uh, let me go to online. Let me go to paving stones like this. I have a different paving stones, as you can see. So I have used paving stone 108. As you can see, I have used paving stone 108. Where's 108? Yeah, I have used this one. So click this one, click download, and hit OK. It's going to download it. And for this one, I'm going to use a concrete. So let me go to concrete. Where's concrete? Concrete right here. I'm going to go to local since I have downloaded something. So I'm going to use this concrete 34. So I have already downloaded that. After you have downloaded it, what you can do is hit plus. You'll have this option. I'm going to hit on the material. You'll have I have already downloaded the 2K version. I'm going to hit OK. So whenever you download it, you can choose the resolution of the texture like this. So this is the 2K. So as you can see, this is the texture for the concrete. So what I can do is I'm going to press Shift A and add a mix RGB, and I'm going to place it like this. As you can see, I'm going to mix it between the white color and the image texture. So whenever I drag this one like this, it's going to be more white. As you can see, it's going to use this one. If I make it like this, it's going to completely use the first one. If I make it 0.5 or something, it's going to blend it between the white and the image texture. So I'm going to make it something like this. And also let me make the scale maybe 2. I think the scale is big. So after this, I can just drag and drop it right here like this. Yeah, I can drag and drop it like this. Maybe I can make it 4 like this. I think 4 would be good. And let me decrease the displacement to 0.001. I don't need this much displacement like that. And then what I can do next is let me use a different concrete like this. I'm going to use concrete 09. I have already downloaded. In the local, you'll find the downloaded part. So if I go to online and click it like this, as you can see, I will see all of the concrete. But for the local, I can only see the downloaded one. So just call download concrete 019. Let me select this one, and I'm going to hit plus, and I'm going to hit OK. Now this is the concrete. This is not properly UV wrap, so to fix that, I'm going to press A. Hit tab, press A, U, and then select cube projection. Select this one, hit tab, press A, U, cube projection. So this one is already have a material, so I'm going to drag and drop it like this. This is the material. I have already UV unwrapped it, but the scaling is not correct. As you can see, it's kind of stretched. The reason for that, the scale is not applied, so I'm going to press Ctrl A and apply the scale. And after that, hit A, U, cube projection. Now the scaling is correct. So after I have done that, what I can do is let me fix the scaling. I'm going to press Shift A and then add a value node like this and plug this one right here so that I can control the scale at once. So I'm going to press 5, something like this, but it's really repetitive, so maybe let me change this one. Hit plus OK, and then let me delete this one and drag and drop it like this. I think this one is better, but maybe if I make it, yeah, I think 7, since it's not going to be visible that much from the view, we're not going to worry about it. 0.001 will be good. Yeah, I think this will be good. Maybe I can give it what I can give it is I can just leave it like this. And for the ground, what I can do is let me go to grass. Where is grass? This one. And I'm going to use this grass 004 or grass 001. So I'm going to hit plus and I'm going to OK. As you can see, this is the grass. and let me make this one 10 like this. Since it's not going to be visible that much, we're not going to worry about it, and I'm going to decrease the specularity so that it won't be reflective, you know. So guys, this is the basic materials that or texture that we are going to use. We might adjust some things later, you know, the concrete based on our view, but this is the basic things that you can do. It's really simple. So after this, what you can do is let me click this IV and let me go to the top view. Let me go to the solid preview. I'm going to press G like this and then press RZ and then 90 and then hit minus so that it will be inverted and hit enter. And let me go to this view and let me place the IV like this. In your case, the IV might be smaller. Just scale it, press S and scale it like this. I'm going to press S, press GZ and then move it like this. So what I'm going to show you is how you can create a randomness only using this IV. So after this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to press Shift D and then Y like this and place it right around you. And I'm going to press Shift R like this. Now we have a repetition, but all of them, they are kind of similar, right? So to fix that, what you can do is I'm going to select this one, hit tab to go inside of the edit mode, activate this proportional editing. So let me activate this extreme mode. So I'm going to select one of those like this, and I can press GZ like this. So you can see I can scale it using this proportional editing, as you can see. So I'm going to, you know, scale it like this just to create randomness. So I can go right here, hit tab, select just the bottom part, press GZ and scale it like this, and go right here, press GZ and scale it somehow like this. And for this one, I can hit tab and let me delete some part like this. Just let me delete some part like this. Press X and then faces. Then after I have done that, I'm going to tap and I'm going to press GZ and make it longer like this. I can press Shift D and then Y and just make it this one a little bit shorter. So by using this method, create a variation like this. After I have created those variations, just copy everything. For example, if you have finished creating those variation, I'm going to press Alt D X and then press RZ and then 180 degree. Just, you know, move it on this side. And you can also create the variation if, you know, the repetition is noticeable from the camera view. You can also use this method and create the variation. So that's what I have done. So just do that, create the variation and copy and paste them on the places that you want. First, as you can see, I have, you know, arranged the IVs like this. This is just you know, the one that I've done previously, so just do that. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to scatter the grass and some kind of plants on this ground. So to do that, the first thing that we need is the grass itself, right? So this is the grass and some kind of plants. These are the plants from a website, MBSCG, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm going to press GZ like this, and these are the three plants that I'm going to use. So to distribute this, we're going to use the particle system. So and I'm going to select this one, go to this particle system, and I'm going to hit plus like this. I'm going to hit plus like this. So I'm going to select this one, press M, and I'm going to hit plus, and then type grass one. What I have done is I have created a collection and moved this one inside the collection that I have created, which is named grass one. So I'm going to hit OK. So I'm going to select this one, press M, move to collection, as you can see. But if you don't have the collection that you want, you can create another one. For this one, I'm going to type widths, and I'm going to hit 1. I'm going to hit OK. So after this, I'm going to select this one, press Control S, you know, Control S in case you know, the system crashes or Blender crashes. So we have this like this. I'm going to hit hair, select hair. I'm going to click advanced. So we have different properties, the velocity, the physics. I'm going to go to the render and I'm going to change this one to collection. So for this one, I'm going to use grass one. As you can see, this is the collection. So this is the grass. Let me rotate it like this, press R or press N. Just let me delete this to 0 so that it will be straight like this. Or it's not affecting it. So what we can do is maybe select this object rotation. Yeah, when I do that, yeah, I think this needs to be 90-degree. When I click object rotation, it's fixed. So after this, maybe I need to apply the scale. So press Ctrl A and then apply the scale, or it's not going to change anything. So select this one. You can, change the scale like this here, just like this. Yeah, I think this is similar to the original object. Right after this, let me make this for 3000. Yeah, something like this. I think this will be good. You can increase the number, but as you can see, it's also it's also visible on the walk part. So what I can do is I can select this one, P tab to get inside of the edit mode. I can press Ctrl R, create an edge loop like this, and then press Ctrl R and then place it like this, and then again press Ctrl R. I think that it's going to be placed like this, so just I'm going to place it somewhere around here, and I'm going to change this to face selection mode, and let me deactivate this proportional editing since I'm not going to need it. So after that, I'm going to select this one. As you can see, it's selected, and I'm going to press X and then delete faces. Now this one is deleted. Now, as you can see, uh, the the placement of this is only on the other part, excluding the walkway. So this is what I want. So the next thing that I'm going to do is, as you can see, that the repetition is, as you can see, it's kind of really obvious. So let me give it some kind of subdivision like this. As you can see, when I do that, it's going to be fixed, and also give it subdivision like this. Yeah, and give it more subdivision right here. Give it more subdivision like this right here. Yep, I think this is better. So after this, maybe we can randomize things. Maybe we can randomize the scale. As you can see, we can randomize the scale like this, or just make it everything similar. And you can go to activate this rotation and randomize phase like this, and then randomize phase. You can randomize it. So after this, what I can do is let me also scatter the weights. So I can I can just hit plus, and I can just make this one also this first one, just make it this one. So if the setting is going to be similar, but let me click this too, so it will be different. So after that, all I can change is just click this one and then just change this one to widths. So as you can see, now the widths are scattered like this. But for the amount, I'm just going to make this one to 500 or something like this. I don't need that much of widths. And let me press 0 to my camera view so that I can see it clearly. I think this is good. I can control the scale like this, just make it smaller. A scale randomness like this. It's just a matter of preference, and what will look real based on your perception. So I think this will be good. We can adjust things later. So the next thing that we're going to do is let us place the trees. So I'm going to select this one and place this one right here. Just let me drag this one like this and go to 3D viewport, and let me go to the top view, just top view, and I'm going to 0, numpad 0, so that I can see clearly. So this is my camera view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the items based on my camera view. So I'm going to press Alt D like this, maybe place this one like this, press S to scale it, just just press Alt D again, just place it like this. And also I'm going to place some kind of trees right here, just to block the sunlight, just like this. Just move this one. I don't want this to be visible from right here, since I want the sun to be coming from this side. I want this trees to act as some kind of shield, so that it will create really interesting shadows. So guys, after this, we are going to create the lighting. So based on those lightings, we can place those trees really in a good way, so that it will create a really interesting scene. So before doing anything further, what you can do is let us light up the scene. So press N in your keyboard, go to Easy HDRI, which is the add-on that we have installed. So this is what I have shown you. Just make sure that this folder is assigned to the folder that you have downloaded a bunch of HDRIs, in my case, which is the downloads. So I'm going to hit accept. After that, I'm going to select create world nodes. Now the world nodes have been created. For this case, I'm going to use this HDRI. I will place the link in the description below. And what I'm going to do is go to this render setting, make sure that you are on cycles and the device's GPU, so that it will be faster if you have a GPU device. And after this, what I have done is in the color management, we can fix this one after we have light up the scene, and we have go to the cycles preview. So let me go to the cycles preview. So this is what we're getting, right? We're not seeing the effect of the HDR. The reason for that is previously we have deactivated this one, so we'll just activate this one so that we can see the scene. And after this, let me activate this render region like this, so that it will be rendered only on the region. As you can see, this is what it's looking like. So after this, what I'm going to do is go to object and then go to the shader editor. Sorry, make sure that you are on a shader editor, and then after that, go to the world. When you do that, this is the HDRI setup that this has created for us. But the one manipulation that this does not have is the rotation of the HDRI. So for example, if I make it 90, as you can see, the sun angle is inverted. Or just it's just a sky. As you can see, it's a sky. So just for example, just as you can see, I can rotate the sky like this. You may feel like I'm rotating the camera, but I'm rotating the sky. After I have made it 180, as you can see, the sun strength is a little bit low, so I'm going to change the sun strength to 0.01 like this. Now I'm having some kind of sun strength like this. As you can see, the scene is looking a little bit more interesting. So just for example, if I had all those trees like this, the scene is going to be like this. But if I press Alt H, as you can see, I will have some kind of shadows and some kind of things. I can just move this one, for example, press GZ and move it just like this. As you can see, I can just really create interesting shadows by using this trees. Just make this one smaller like this. Just play with them, play with the trees, and just you'll have something that's interesting. So for the final thing, what I'm going to do is uh, let me go to right here, and let me change the exposure to 1 like this. I want this to be exposed, and maybe use medium high contrast like this, and then drag this one like this. Activate use curves, and I'm going to make it a little bit more darker like this, so that I will have more contrast like this. And let me make the scene a little bit more red like this. Just give it a little bit of red tint, also just a little bit more green tint, just like this. So if I, it doesn't have that much difference, but this is the different that it does. So for example, if I make it 0, this is the default. It's a little bit darker, but maybe I can make this one to 0.5 or something and activate this. I think 1 would be good. I think 1 is good. It's going to be a little bit more exposed. And for this one, I mean, sorry, for the widths, I think the widths they're not being visible. So what I'm going to do is let me go to particle settings, and then maybe increase the scale. Yeah, increase the scale like this. Maybe increase the amount, maybe 800 or something. Just you can use that. So for the final thing, just what I'm going to do is I'm going to place some kind of settings right here, some kind of flowers and some kind of plants right around here, and I'm going to adjust everything, the trees, so that I will have a really interesting shadows. So guys, after those elements have been added, as you can see, I have added them. Just since I've already done the scene, just I don't have to worry about it anymore. I have already taken time to create this scene. So guys, this is the final scene. That's what it's looking like. I've added some kind of plants right around here, and some kind of plants, rose plants, seatings. All of these are from 3D warehouse, which you can find, search them and find them. But for the necessary elements, I will place the link in the description below. So guys, after you have done that for the render, what you can do is just in the render properties, make sure that is 10,000 1024, since this one is enough. And pretty much I don't do anything. I've already shown you the color management. Maybe I will use, make this one to 100%, 150%, or 200%, so that I will have really crisp render. So after that, what you can do is just hit render and render image. It will render out your image. So guys, this is all for today. I hope you have learned something from this tutorial. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so that I can keep making videos like this in the future. And if you're interested, you can find this project file in my Patreon. That's a great way to support me, and see you in the next tutorial.